Okay, now that we have everything out, let's just go over our equipment really quick. So first thing we have is our GoPro mount. This is our magnetic mount that's obviously going to hang our GoPro. We've got our barcode scanner, our Surface Pro case, our Surface Pro. Our Surface mount, we're going to mount this on the side of the booth. It's going to hold our device. The Canon M6 camera for our still photos. Ricoh Theta is going to do our interior 360. Our GoPro, again, is going to mount. It's going to do our exterior 360. We've got a dual charger. You're only going to get about 10 cars out of a GoPro battery, so you'll be able to constantly switch those batteries in and out. And then we've got a tripod. Small tripod is going to be for the Ricoh Theta. And then there's also a GoPro mount in there that we're going to use on our magnetic piece. One other device that you guys have is a power converter so that you can charge all these devices using your local power. Okay, so we're going to start with our Surface Pro mount. I've got one already on here, but what you're going to do is you're going to take the shelf side up. What you're looking for is the 3 pre-drilled holes. You're going to mount this about chest level. So this one's high because I already have one on there. Best practice is to put the screw in the center first. You're going to use the exact same self-tappers you used on the eyelets for the top. Find level for this rig, and then put the bottom and top screws in, and you're good to go. All right, so now that our mount's up, let's go ahead and put our Surface Pro in our case. So I'm just going to take my Surface Pro case. There's some soft buttons on the top. I will take my Surface Pro, line up the power and volume buttons in the case, pinch it around like you would any kind of phone case. I think everyone's got a phone case these days. And we are just going to slide it in there. So there's a groove to hold the bottom and a groove to hold the left, a couple of tabs just to keep it from falling out, and now our surface is in place. Now let's go ahead and just set up our barcode scanner. Very simple device, guys. Power cable in there, and there's actually a mount to charge it. Go ahead and charge them up. I did not pre-charge them. In there's also a dongle. This is a plug and play device. All you need to do is put that dongle in the USB-A port, and we're set. This thing's ready to go. Okay, now let's set up our Ricoh Theta, our interior 360 device. So if you take the device out of the packaging, a couple things. In the packaging, there's going to be 2 other items you're going to want. One is the power cable that's going to plug into the bottom of the Ricoh. And the other thing is there's a sleeve, the soft sleeve that goes around the outside, helps protect the lens. You're just going to take that, your small tripod that was packaged, and obviously you're just going to mount it on there. Something to note, I try to line up the output, so if it's not straight, I will loosen this and line it up so it's on the side. Also, sometimes these come where the top is a little loose. Straighten it up, tighten here. The easy way to bend, I go up 2 links and I bend it straight out, all the way around, and then I bend straight back down. And this is how I set my base for my tripod mount. And now my Ricoh Theta is good to go. It's already been paired with the computer, which is just going to be a power on when we're ready to use it. Okay, so now let's set up our GoPro and our GoPro mount. So first thing you're going to do, take your GoPro mount out, and you're going to want to make it into a T. I believe this was folded flat in the shipping process. And you're going to want to tighten this down to where there's no sway. The next thing you'll want to do is attach the tripod head. Very simple, screw on like so. What you want, the magnetic side, where there's the opening will face out of the booth. So what you want is the tripod head to have, if you're a righty, the pistol on the right, and if you're a lefty, the pistol on the left. Next, what you're going to do is you'll take the tripod head, take off the quick release plate by sliding this lever. Once you've done that, take your GoPro mount that came in with the small tripod. You'll begin to screw it onto the quick release plate, and inside the plate there's actually a tab you can pull to tighten it down nice and tight. What you want is it to be a nice straight angle and not point left or right. You'll take your GoPro inside of the case it was shipped in, you'll take the screw out and you'll see there is a end here that will fit into your mount. We are going to be mounting this upside down, so keep that in mind. So put the two pieces together. The same screw that came in the GoPro packaging will then be used to thread that. So you will now tighten that in like so. Make sure it's nice and straight. Then you will take your quick release plate. You will clip it back in to your GoPro mount, and you now have it set to go. Obviously some fine tuning may be needed with the angle here. Get it nice and straight. Tighten down anything that needs to be tightened down. Height of your GoPro. I like it to be about belly button height. Obviously that's a little subjective, but I tend to just open this one a little bit and extend the next two legs fully to receive my length. That's going to give me the most rigidity for my GoPro mount. Okay, now let's go over setting up the Canon M6. So when you take everything out of the box, you're going to end up with a body and a lens. You're going to take the hard caps off either side, white dots together, boom. Take your strap, string it through. I'm pretty sure I already set up all your cameras. If not, I do have a settings video I can send you. Also in your box, I didn't go over it in the equipment list, but there is a white Toshiba flash air memory card. This is going to be for our camera. And that's setting up the Canon M6.